Barbershop conversation. Thank you. Barbershop conversations. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Before I get in this video, Lincoln just told me something, some random thought. He says, superheroes don't get mad, they just do it again. You know what I mean? Kennedy messed up his train track, and he'd been working on it all day. And he says superheroes don't get mad; they just do it again. And I thought that was just very profound. I'm coming out with a T-shirt line for him, and I'll let you guys know. It should be coming in the next 30 days. It's coming together pretty good. But now let's talk about what I saw today in the press conference. I'll say this. Um, I have a disclaimer to change my mind up until June 23rd before the fight, as I believe who will win the fight. So if you ask me today, I might tell you Harrison today. I might tell you Charlo tomorrow. I have no idea. Uh, this fight will be as hard to predict as Laura Heard. Thank goodness I was on the right side of history on that fight. But moving forward, right? What I saw today is two niggas who won it. This fight is good on MLK Boulevard. And it's going to be a hellacious fight. It's going to be a great build-up. Fight week is going to be fun. I might clear my day to even try and go a day early just to be in the energy of that crowd. You know what I mean? I think interviewing Charlo's brother who doesn't fight would be a hell of an interview. You know what I mean? Uh, Jim, I'm not sure if Jamel is going to go. Maybe he'll fly in day of the fight because he's in camp and he'll be cutting heavy weight the week of the fight. So maybe he'll just be watching it on TV, but they twins, so I'm pretty sure he may be there. I would bet on the side that he will be there. Um, they both got something to prove this fight. I'm gonna get into the hood shit later, but let me get this shit out. Charlo has to prove that he really won the fight, and Harrison has to prove he's a champion. You know, uh, um, Charlo has to prove that he can dominate with pressure and be intelligent and not be emotional and listen to Derek James. I thought Derek James did a good job in the corner of that fight. I thought Tony Harrison's dad did a good job. If Harrison gets started a little bit earlier, it can be tough on Charlo. I can tell Harrison was feeling his way the first 3 rounds because he wanted to conserve energy, didn't want to get hit with a big shot, move a lot of the ring, and Charlo was basically moving without a plan. You know, J. Cole says the good news is you came a long way. The bad news is you went the wrong way. That's what happened with Charlo. Charlo was just aggressive. He was just being real aggressive with no tactical plan, no tactical alert. G.I. Joe says knowing is half the battle. And him not knowing what to do when he applied the pressure. That's why he got hit with those jabs a lot of times. And it was very apparent. Those were very telling shots in terms of winning rounds. Um, so both of these fighters have something to prove. I don't know who I have winning this fight because I'm emotionally attached kind of to both these fighters. And the reason why I'm emotionally attached, not in terms of I want him to win because I like him, I want Harrison to win, not because I love how the press conference went. And I'm still a prisoner of the moment right now. So I don't want to say who I'll win. But catch me next week after the Heard J Rock fight. I'll be glad to talk about this because I think YouTube will be a cathartic experience to get me to that fight. You know, and but getting to the nigga shit, I love it. I love it. Like I said, I love when black fighters act black. I'm tired of black fighters saying I'm rooting for the American fighter. Just say you're rooting for the nigga. You know what I mean? This is 2019. Do what you do, man. You know what I mean? I say it. I'll take the brunt for you guys. Stop saying American and shit. And I love Tony Harrison was like, man, shut up, nigga. I got this. This is what I'm going to do. And I love the fact that Charlo came back. And I also love the fact that Charlo didn't go off. You know what I mean? Because there was no security to stop none of that shit. That would have been a 10-minute fiasco. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? So I'm glad nothing happened. But in terms of that big cash shit, you know, I believe Harrison meant every word he said. I believe Charlo meant every word he says. And I think there's real hate. And when there's real mutual hate there, Listen to what I'm saying. They can say whatever they want about each other. Harrison can talk disrespectful about his mother, about Charlo's mother. Charlo can be disrespectful about Harrison's baby mother. You know why? Because they're going to fight. You understand the concept in which I'm saying? So it's like me being disrespectful towards fighter A. I gotta fight that nigga. If I call another channel a bitch, right? I gotta fight him. There's nothing I can do to get around it. If I said, because these are my niggas, I'll say this. If I said Town Biz, you a bitch ass nigga, I have to fight Town Biz. The next time we see each other, we got to fight, right? And that's the same thing happening here. Because they are going to fight, Frazier Ali, you big dumb monkey, you big gorilla, you know what I mean? They are going to fight. Joe Frazier never recovered from that. He died with that wound attached to his heart, you know? So so I think, damn, that was a big travel, Austin Rivers. Moving forward, uh, oh, they talking big shit now. Houston and Golden State, uh, Austin Rivers, and you guys are watching the game right now too, I'm sure. That's 14-14, 5:35 in the first quarter. Because they're going to fight, they can say whatever the fuck they want to say. For real. Like, there's no holds barred because they're going to see each other. You know what I mean? And guess what? They're going to get paid a handsome reward for doing it. So I would expect Harrison to continue talking his shit. I would expect Charlo to continue talking his shit. I would expect boxing, pugilist boxing, pugilist academy. Oh, I don't know, pugilism something, and IOTBA to get good coverage of them down there as it relates to those camps, and hopefully we get great content from them because I think it's going to be a hell of a fight, you know. And if we have any media members down in Detroit, you know what I mean, I hope that I hope that we can get some coverage. Oh, he's out of Miami now, so if we can get some coverage out of Miami, I would hope that it can happen. You know, I have Tony Harris's number. I've texted him once and he never responded to him. But I would love to get interviews with. I tried to for the first Harrison fight. You know, I thought I did a hell of an interview with him when the Fox roll. I thought I did a good job being very honest and transparent in terms of my questions and in terms of how media. I mean, in terms of boxing fans as a whole portrayed him as a boxer. You know, in terms of his conditioning and him getting fatigued the last in the championship rounds. You know. But it's going to be a hell of a fight. The tone is set, the tenor is set, and guess what? I love it. I love it. You know what I mean? If you guys don't know, I'll just be very clear and very candid. This is what I go through 50% of the time in media. Just being real with y'all, man. Y'all don't see the behind the scenes shit. You know what I mean? But I disagree with media and everyone else attached to it, you know, rather frequently, you know, because I stand on my square. To quote Blue Blood Sports TV, I'm gonna see that nigga tomorrow. No, Friday morning. Blue Blood, get there early, man. I get there at 9:00 a.m. Man, I'm gonna text you. I'll call you later. Like I'm talking to the nigga right now, right? And but um, uh, yeah, man. I'm thoroughly gonna enjoy this fight. He got to back it up. We all know he got to back it up. And guess what? They're gonna be talking shit to the final bell. The ref's gonna have to grab them by the arm and say, "All right, cut the talking out and fight." It's gonna be some great exchanges in that fight. Tony Harrison is gonna have to open up this fight because of the pressure, because of the strategic pressure that I believe Harrison is gonna bring. The only mistake, Durant for the dunk. The only mistake, 14-22. The only mistake that I would say Harrison has made is not getting a rematch clause. That's it. That's the only mistake I would make. And I would be the man to tell Charlo, if you win this fight, he deserves a rematch. Fuck the bullshit. I'm just being as real as I can be. I mean, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. You know what I mean? And I just think that out of respect for the real world, but I already know the unification bout is coming. I'm not going to tell you guys the date, but it's coming real late this year. So whoever wins is getting a unification bout because Jarrett Hurd can't make the weight no more. So they got to make that unification fight before it gets too late. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, at some point, Harrison and Charlo will have to rematch. But because, in my humble opinion, what I believe, Hurd is falling out of the weight class. He has. This is probably the last year Hurd fights at 154. In my humble opinion. So I believe he wants the Charlo fight. I don't know. I'm just speaking through common sense right now. I'm not speaking because I have an insight to his camp or have spoken to Jarrett Hurd. I'm just looking at Jarrett Hurd. He looks like he weighs 185 pounds in between fights. He looks strong. He looks sturdy. So that's just what I believe. He looks like a 168 pounder, honestly, in between fights. So that's what I feel, man. We gonna sit back and enjoy this, man. Man, this is gonna and let me say this to all my niggas out there. Every fight you're looking forward to, guess what? It's a black fight. I'm just being as real as I can be. I just found out that there's 2 other fights yesterday, this Saturday. Call me what you want. Call me. Honestly, I've only been thinking about J-Rock Jarrett Hurd this weekend. Honestly, I've only been thinking about Jarrett Hurd. You know what I mean? And after that, I was thinking about Austin Trout, May 25th, I believe, because I love what Austin Trout stand for. That interview I had with him kind of moved me. You guys gotta really watch that interview. Google Austin Trout on my channel. That interview really moved me. So I've become an intellectual fan of Austin Trout because of that interview. What else? And then we have Deontay Wilder, May 19th. So honestly, all your entertainment is black excellence. 2 black fighters on the 11th. 2 black fighters on the 18th. 2 black fighters, May 25th. June 1st, 1 black fighter and 1 Latino fighter. All right. I don't care what nobody say. Everyone's watching Anthony Joshua fight. Okay, I'm not even gonna pretend like I'm not gonna watch that fight. I'll be up north. I'll be covering the PBC card, but let me tell you, I'll be watching that fight. June 8th, we really don't care. It's a Triple G fight that I personally don't care about. June 15th, June 15th, the fight hasn't been announced, or July 15th. Is it either July 15th or June 15th? Is fighting. I know all these schedules, man. Jamal James is fighting. John Molina. So we got that as a main event. Either June 15th or July 15th. I'm not sure. And we also have how often do we have back-to-back months with the same week? I just thought about it. June 22nd is a Saturday and July 22nd is a Saturday. Just random thoughts and shit. I don't know. So I was thinking about that. And then we have June 23rd, Tony Harrison, Jermell Charlo. June 29th, we have Brandon Adams and Jamal Charlo. And I'll stop there. 8 out of the 10 next fights, guess what? Is a black versus black. I'm trying to tell y'all niggas, man, like, we got to start pushing our own agenda as we are. I'm not saying we're not, but I'm saying real got to recognize real. Our Black Dollar is black excellence, man. We would be the 7th largest nation in the world if we just supported one another. You know what I'm saying? So statistics prove that, okay? This is not something I just made up. All right. So anyways, man, I just wanted to shout out y'all and let y'all know black excellence is alive and well. I love the presser today. And we're going to have some fun moving forward. I'm about to do a real important video. My next video, I genuinely think is important. And hopefully you guys watch this video. My next video, Barbershop Conversations. About to put my daughter Kennedy to bed. And they're in the back playing. They can't hear me. And we moving forward. So remember what my son Kennedy said. He says, Superheroes don't get mad. They just do it again. And he said that because Kennedy stepped over his trade track. And basically, Lincoln, come here. I want him to tell y'all. Maybe it'll inspire someone. Come here, buddy. Kennedy's about to come. Tell them what you just told me about superheroes.
They don't get upset. They do it again.
Put it all together. What'd you tell them? Superheroes. Say, use the word superheroes. What'd you just tell me that I learned from you? Superheroes what?
Superheroes don't get mad and they do it again.
They do it again. Love you. Barbershop conversation. Go upstairs, Kennedy. Let's go to bed. Barbershop comment. No, it's too hot. Barbershop conversations. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. And that's jalapeno. Your mouth about to burn. Barbershop conversations. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. I'll talk to you guys again. Peace.